You would think that would be American. But
your brain's going to be razor sharp, but your body's going to be falling apart.
Yeah.
So then what? Your body can't support your brain, no?
No, money. Just money. Give me money. I'll be all right.
You need money, you know. Well, maybe you'll be one of those that they'll put the brain in some kind of liquid and save it for, you know.
Well, that's sure. I'll go for that.
You'll go for that. Trade in your body and get another one down the road, you know.
Get another one down the road.
Did you see the guy with the face transplant? Picture of that?
Uh-uh.
That was a guy, I think it was from Philadelphia. He was a severe burn, electrical burn, and his whole face was burned off. And the eyes were covered with skin from the plastic surgery and whatnot. And so they transplanted a face onto him. And the nerves he can now smell and feel.
Oh, really?
But he can't see. His eyes were burned out. But he has one eye where he can see a little bit of light and dark. But you know, that's too much. Yeah. But his brain's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brain's fine, but it's just
that's the number one thing.
Yeah, your brain. If your brain's messed up, that's it. You know, you're done.
They used to, you know.
Well, look at Alzheimer's, or look at autism.
Yeah, that's the worst one.
Look at autism. You know, again, another one. Don't know how it starts. Don't know how to really test for it. Yeah. Don't know how to cure it. And did you read about autism? I mean, not Alzheimer's. All the drugs they're prescribing like crazy don't work. The doctors admit they don't work. You know, so give me a break. You know.
Yeah.
Don't know how it develops. Don't know what causes it. Don't know how to cure it. It's just fatal. You know.
I wouldn't ever want to get that. And my cousin, his mom got it. Virginia, I think.
Autism's another one.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to do it with 1-year-olds and use questionnaires for parents. The kid not responsive and that kind of stuff, you know, to detect it earlier. The idea is to do some kind of blood test or something to detect it, because usually it's 3 or 4 or 5-year-old before they can tell. But see, again, there's no real treatment for it, not really.
Yeah.
So you would think that the incredible thing of those are two examples. You know, what if, even if only 10 or 20% of it was cognitive, if it was caused by, if you could correct it by either stimulation or doing Jeopardy or, you know, some kind of mental exercise, be more effective than the drugs they're given, you know.
Well, they say that, you know, keeping your mind active, just doing things like puzzles and stuff is, or anything.
Well, you got that licked. You
Yeah, there's no reason for me to ever be bored. That's another thing, you know.
Never bored.
Never. I can watch the same show over and over.
Well, if it's 20 years ago, do you remember that you've seen it 20 years ago? Can you actually?
Sometimes it's a struggle. Yeah, I have to.
I was thinking, I don't remember what I saw 20 years ago. You know.
Yeah. In fact, I do that regularly. There'll be a program on a series that I watched. Like today, they had equitrekking, and it was about southern Spain. And it didn't seem like I'd watched it before. But I did have a show, Equitrekking, Southern Spain. But this one was Andalusia, and I had to double check, go back, make sure that the one I had already wasn't exactly the same as the one they had on today, which I did tape. And,
you're turning into one of those guys at Widener Library that just stays in the stacks forever. You know, they don't need to go anywhere.
I thought about if I had to will this after I die, that might be a place where these end up. I did think about that, yes.
And you know, I remember thinking how crazy that was back when I was 18 or 19. You know, you'd meet people that's what they did. They go in the stacks all day, and you know, I would say, you know, you're missing out on the world, because the whole world, and it was a pretty exciting time, 69, 70. You know, a lot of things happening, and they would say, no, you're wrong, because we're going back thousands of years, and it's all condensed right in here in this library. All you gotta do is walk in and find it. Yeah. And you know,
really, it's both.
I think
do both.
Well, I've always been one that has to get out. I got to get out and go.
You got to get out.
I got to get out and go. I couldn't do this. I wouldn't have the discipline to do this. No, I wouldn't have the discipline to do this at all.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, it's like the relative extremes, I guess. You know,
well, I would say now, quite honestly, you're extreme. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you know, I said it. I'm a fanatic. I want it.
You're fanatic. Eccentric, I guess you could say.
Yeah, eccentric. You know, but how many quote? You know, geniuses, unquote, have been, quote, eccentrics, unquote, before, you know.
Like you say, you'll never be bored. You'll probably never get Alzheimer's.
That's all, the main thing, you know, that I care about. And, Oh, there's another of these Spanish papers too that I've started on after I started doing this.